Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, December the 13th, 2023. Wednesday, December the 13th. I'm actually looking over here, y'all, for my comments from Comment Corner. That's why you see me looking over there. I didn't have them pulled up, but they're up now. All right. So let's see. This is, General Hospital's moving slow, just slowly moving into something. Well, but we are moving into something. It's moving slow, but there's a storyline, a buzzing, and a brewing. Okay. So now, Sonny, before I say anything about this, I'm loving Felicia's more naturally sounding voice. Not that any of the writers or the actress watches my daily recap where I was making fun of it, but now there's nothing to really make fun of. It's brought down some octaves. She sounds professional. I'm loving it. And let me tell you something. She changed it. Because we ain't gonna even pretend that that's what she sounded like now. That has not been the way she sounded for years. It was all, oh man. Oh goodness. All that's gone. Thank goodness. I could take her more seriously now. So anyway, Sonny comes up to the hospital and he was looking for Stella. And Stella's back for the holidays, um, working with Felicia, letting her know what her progress is. And she goes, so what brings you here? He goes, I came looking for you. And she's like, really? And he says that whatever the hospital is doing for Christmas, for the holidays, for the patients, whether it's gifts, parties, entertainment, whatever they are doing, he is going to underwrite all of it. He is going to give the funding for all of this. So that's interesting. And so Felicia says, oh, you're Santa Claus. And there was a little girl sitting on the little, like, the little bench there in the lobby, I guess waiting on her mother. Felicia was working with her and her mother on something, but her mother was walked away. And she goes, he's not Santa Claus. So then Felicia sits down to talk to the little girl, and that's where Sonny and Stella talk. And they had a real good talk about Mike. Because remember, Stella and Mike were really, really close. Mike actually had a little hanker in there for Stella before he really started going down his dementia road. And she started to get really close. I mean, not romantically interested because she knew the ending for Mike, but she took a special kinship and interest in Mike. So she and Sonny had a good reminisce about Mike. And then Felicia, the little girl's mother came and Felicia was taking them to go finish the paperwork that they had. So now let's see what else. Oh, I think I'm seeing an alternate storyline start to form. Adam was sitting in the hallways playing his guitar. Of course, sitting in the hallway playing his guitar outside of Jocelyn and across from Jocelyn and Trina's door. And they're like, Adam, what are you doing playing here? And he was like, oh, I didn't know you guys would be here. I didn't know anybody would be here at this time. And so Jocelyn says, really? In a public dorm in the middle of the day? you know? And he goes, normally there's not too many people here. And he says he likes playing there because the hallway has good acoustics. Does it? But okay, sounded good. So they invited him in and we heard him strum a couple of chords on the guitar and they were listening and they really think he's talented. Now, I do know Maurice's son does play the guitar because I even saw something on YouTube where he was playing his guitar and little Violet was playing her guitar because she plays and writes her music. um so anyway, I guess they're starting to spearhead, and he was saying that his parents initially made him play the piano, but the piano did not speak to him. So he quit playing the piano, but they felt that was a noble instrument to play, right? And he quit playing it. And his music teacher at school decided to give him a guitar. And once he started playing the guitar, he realized that was the instrument he loved, was the guitar. But his parents says, "Oh no, the guitar was definitely beneath him." Mm-mm. And they said they would not fund an ounce of music lessons on a guitar. So he says, "I've had to self-teach myself this whole time because I never gave it up, but I had to teach myself." And they said, "Wow, you've done a really good job." And so um, he was saying, "Oh, well, guys, I've taken the guitarist when he needs to take a break from studying to like decompress. And he says, I got to go back to my room to get back to studying." And so Trina says, "What are you going to eat?" And he goes, "I've got some ramen in my room. I'll probably eat some ramen." And she goes, "Well, why don't you eat with us?" And she goes, "It's definitely going to be better than ramen." And he looked like, "Really? I get to eat with Joss, right?" And so Jocelyn kind of she looked at Trina, but not like, "Oh, don't ask him." She just looked at him like, okay, she's trying to get a little distance from Adam, but okay, she was cool with it. So they went to Kelly's and they sat down and they were eating, sharing a French fry, and they each had their burgers and just, getting a little more background, talking to Adam. And Trina actually did most of the talking to Adam. Josh was just listening to a lot of it. So that was interesting. I really believe Joss is going to either fail out of medical school or quit it altogether for his sanity. And he's going to become a little rocker. And actually, he doesn't play rock and roll music. He's going to be a musician. He's probably going to be a musician. And look, maybe Brooklyn will be his manager. Who knows, right? So then we have, okay, Christina and Molly are in Alexis's house. When she gets home, she's on the phone and she sees her two daughters standing in her living room. So she finishes her conversation and she goes, "Okay, not that I'm not always happy to see my beautiful daughters, but what's going on? Something's up." And they're like, "Can't we just come to see our mother?" She goes, "Something is up. What's going on?" And so they end up sitting her down and telling her about the surrogacy, and Christina's going to be a surrogate. And so Alexis uh, is like, "Well, ooh, ooh." But she appears to be supportive, especially with Molly there. Because, see, it's funny. Anything that has to do with Molly, Alexis is over supportive. She is lovey dovey, cuddly, just she has always been that way to Molly. So Molly ends up she goes, "Yes, of course, this is exciting." She goes, TJ and I are both on board. All three of us made this decision. And Alexis is like, "Okay. Yes, there are, but there are some pitfalls. There are some things that could go." Molly says, "I know there are things that could go wrong, Mom, because things have already gone wrong with the other surrogate. I realize there's things I can't control. Molly's blah, 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 blah." So Alexis is like, "Okay, it seems like you've thought it through." And so Molly gets a call from the office. She has to deal with some court documents. So she goes, "Listen, I gotta go." And Alexis says, "Boy, do I understand those kind of calls. I know you do." And so she gives her hug and kiss goodbye. As soon as Molly clears the door, Alexis turns and looks at Christina. "What are you thinking?" And then Christina, the look on her face is like, mm-hmm. And so she goes, "Here it comes. Here it comes." And so Alexa says, "You don't know all the things that can go wrong. All you don't know how you're gonna." She goes, I've thought about it. I know the decision I've made." She goes, um, I know what I feel." And Alexis says, "You don't know how you're going to feel. You've never been pregnant. You've never brought a child into this world, Christina. You don't know how you really what Alexis should have said. You know, you're bringing Molly and TJ's baby into the world, but what Alexis should have said is you're bringing yours and TJ's baby into this world, and you're giving your sister your baby. How are you going to feel about that? Because see, Christina's going to have to use her own egg. She will biologically be that baby's mother, not just a surrogate, right? That's to me, they should have wrote it that way to really make Christina think. Because Christina's like, no, I want to do this for Moms. I want to give her and TJ this gift. I want to, I want to. Okay, but just think, you're not going to be just the baby's aunt. And that's the role you're going to have to take, is you're the baby's aunt, not the mother. And see, because it's going to be up to TJ and Molly when they decide to tell their child that Christina is a surrogate. And usually that is much later in life that you tell a child that. You know, Aunt Christina, oh, she had, because she had you, she was our surrogate, and she's really biologically your mother. That conversation does happen later in life, and it will happen. And sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't happen soon enough for the biological parent. See, like remember when Maxie gave her baby to Brooklyn? She could not, it took her a long time for Brooklyn to say, Maxie, you can't just keep showing up like this, It took her a long time. And the only reason she was able to do it is if Peter August found out that baby was his, it would have been gone. It 100% would have been gone. So this will be a different situation. We'll see. That'll be interesting. But in the end, Alexis finally tells Christina, okay, you are my daughter, and I love you, and I do support you. I do. This is the decision you are making. I support you, and I will be here for you. So they hug it out, and then that's the end of that. And then we have, see, this is getting interesting. Brennan happens to show up at the park in running gear. Jocelyn's soccer practice was over, and they were walking, I guess, through the park. Probably Donna was kicking the ball, and they were probably on their way home, but she's just kicking the ball, having a little fun on the way to the car. And the ball goes in the bushes, and guess who comes out the bushes with the ball? Now that didn't seem creepy. You come out the bushes with my daughter's ball? Okay. And he brings it back, and and she goes, thank you. And so she goes, oh, Donna. He goes, oh, here, this I think belongs to you. And so Carly introduces Donna to Brennan, and she could see he's in his running. She goes, oh, so you run? He goes, yes, I like to get a brisk run, especially when I'm out of town. I'm out of town for business. I really like to get my run in. Uh-huh. Yeah. No, you had your people tailing Carly. You knew she was at her daughter's soccer practice, and you made sure you were going to run into them in the park. That's exactly how that happened. So Donna says, oh, okay, mommy, she was cold or something, So Carly says, hey, come on, hey, how about some hot chocolate or something? And Brennan says, oh, that sounds great. My treat, I'll buy it. Every soccer player needs some good hot chocolate, right? And so Carly looks at him, but she goes, okay. And I'm thinking, no, Carly, no. This guy, her senses have to pick up, or maybe she's starting to see, like if he runs into her again, maybe then she'll realize, okay, something is going on. This is too coincidental. You're running into me everywhere, you know, everywhere. So he bought him hot chocolate, and Donna asked, could she go kick the ball a little bit more? And Carly said, just a little more, but right where I could see you. And so she and Brennan, small talked it. And then Donna ends up coming back and she said, oh, my chocolate is warm. It's not barely warm now. So Carly said, that's because it's very cold out here, Donna. And it's time for us to go home and we can heat it up at home. So she tells Brennan, thank you for the hot chocolate. See ya. She and Donna leave. And Brennan is just looking. But while Donna was playing, Brennan says, your daughter looks like you. And I thought, okay, now I would know you full of it. Because she the spitting image of her daddy. They cast the best. I mean, Donna looks like she could be, and Avery, like they are Sonny's daughters. And so Cardi says, really? No. Everybody says Donna looks like her father. Because she's thinking, because Jocelyn looks like me, right? And so he goes, oh, now he's talking about her characters. It's her tenaciousness, her this. And I'm thinking, you don't even know this little girl. You don't know her at all. You just ran into them at the park. You ran out the bushes with her ball. You don't know her personality. You don't know her likes. You do know she likes soccer, but you don't know her characteristics, nor do you know Carly's. Yes, Carly's nice, and he's saying all these things, outgoing, very nice, and blah blah blah. And Carly's just kind of looking at him. Well, yeah, I guess if you put it that way, you know, like, oh, okay, yes, because that is Donna. And I'm thinking, oh my God, we shall see. But I do believe Carly will be turning the tables on Brennan way before Brennan thinks he could turn these tables on her. She's gonna figure him out. I honestly hope so. Now, Dante. Dante and Sam talk it out. He tells her everything. He tells her about the picture. Oh, and that was not an eelskin wallet, just a little leather wallet. Mistaken on that. That wasn't eelskin. Um, and so, they were just kind of rolling around as to what was Anna needing to have insurance for, you know. And was it something she did too? Doesn't want to think about and blah, blah, blah. But he's told her about the 3 pictures. This is one guy he doesn't know, 30, from 30 years ago. And, he's still gonna be, he's sleuth on the case, right? So then we have this one. Ava moved back into her place. I guess what happened is when she married Nicholas and moved into Windermere, she sold Nina her penthouse because that was Ava's, even though the decorations were all different. That was Ava's penthouse. But I guess she sold it to Nina because Nina used to come there. And then Nina had it, and then it ends up being now Ava would come there when she didn't want to be at Windermere. So Nina is leasing it back to Ava. And I guess when Windermere sells, Ava will just buy something else. So anyway, the movers have moved her in, and Ava goes in her purse for some. No, goes kind of in her purse because she sees something's kind of sticking out of it, and it was an envelope. And this envelope had another note in it, and the envelope and another picture of Austin's dead body, the same picture but duplicate, right? And so she opens it up, and the note this time says, don't tell anyone. And she's thinking, who could have put this in my purse? See, that would be my whole thing. She goes, and so Nina comes over, to see how the movie went. And she looks at Ava's face. She goes, what happened? And then Ava, nothing, I'm moved. He goes, Ava, look, I know you. What happened? And then she goes, another note. And she gives it to Nina, and Nina's like, wait a minute, how did you get this note? Did you get it at Windermere? She says, no. Someone put it in my bag here. She goes, someone was in here? They had access to? She goes, yes. And she goes, oh my God. She goes, Ava, you have to go to the police now. They could get at you at any time. And Ava's like, no, no, I am not going to do that. She's like, anybody all day long could have slipped this in my purse. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? You're the kind of woman that leaves your purse accessible to any mover, worker, anything that they could just slip something in or slip something out. Ava, you got to be kidding me. Women take better care of their purses, or you should have. Come on now. So, anyway, Nina ends up leaving, and Ava, she's kind of thinking, let me get another drink, or what's she gonna do? But she notices there's a desk drawer, and the desk drawer is not closed 100%. So she goes over to the drawer, and she slowly pulls it out, and lo and behold, guess what's there? The gun. And you know it's the gun that killed Austin. Okay? It's the gun that killed Austin. And the note says, you never know when you'll need it. And she's looking at this, and I'm thinking, look, stupid chick. Bottom line, you better not touch it. Because right now, that gun does not have her fingerprints on it. She didn't shoot Austin. If she picks it up, now it's going to have her fingerprints on it. See, and because she had told Nina before Nina left that she feels Nicholas is the one. Nicholas has a motive for revenge. She feels Nicholas could have killed Austin, and Nicholas is trying to frame her for Austin's death, which it could be. I honestly think Nicholas absolutely would do that. She could be 100% correct about that. But Nicholas is good enough to sneak in and out of there and have that gun planted, because I don't think it would be him. She would have spotted him. But he's paying someone to do this, because remember, he took a large sum of money out that bank, enough to buy anybody to do his bidding. So the plot is thickening with Ava. And Ava's doing the wrong thing every which way but Lucy. Sonny should know all of this. And from right now on, guess who would have wireless cameras all throughout the place? Should be her. Period. If someone's got access in here, slipping in and out, then I'm going to see them on camera. I'm going to see them on camera. So we'll see. Ava's going to make a ton of mistakes and kind of get sick of her being so stupid. So anyway, everybody, that's it. That's it. So let's go to comment corner. Let me breeze right through these comments. And it says, the Brennan guy and the Paul Tuck guy were in public. And the Brennan guy and the Pikeman guy. The Brennan guy is a Pikeman guy and WSB guy. I'm wondering whether anyone might recognize them. I know, wasn't that stupid? P. Merle says, Sonny, Carly, and Dante make an unlikely trio, but I fear they will have to work together to save Anna. Brennan is fast becoming a stalker. I know. Carly needs to keep him at arm's length from now on and let him know she's not only seeing someone, but she's in love. PC is a small town. People have seen him, and just a matter of time before he is recognized. Susan says, Liesl needs to understand that Elizabeth wasn't the reason her daughter got hooked. Exactly. And Esme was locked up in that room. She could not have been able to hook anyone either. Heather was the reason her daughter got hooked, and she was trying to save Jocelyn. She was dying from an illness, which was sad. Though I agree Elizabeth should have told someone that Nicholas had Esme locked up in that room. And Sandy also says Carly is giving up too much information to Brennan. She needs to be cautious and tell Sonny about this new man showing up everywhere. Sonny needs to be aware of Ava's situation. I'm surprised Nasty Nina hasn't told him. Dacia says, Valentine shouldn't be enabling Charlotte in her bad behavior. She's really needs some serious professionals. She serious professionals before she decides to do something else. You have to kind of look at that one. Getting herself into trouble, she'll drag Jake down with her. If keeping him hanging out, if he's keeping hanging out with her, she'll get into trouble, and Elizabeth won't be so nice to Charlotte if she tries to drag Jake into trouble. And then Susan says, I hope Jake keeps his distance from Charlotte as she is trouble. Does he remember her bullying his brother Aiden? Nope, they put that under the rug. Dacia says this man is going to use Carly as leverage against Sonny because Sonny turned him down. Now he's going after Sonny and Anna. Someone else is going to get it in the end. Wait, going to get in the end and end up hurting. If they get up, wait, if they get the way. I don't quite understand that part, Dacia. Linda says, I agree, Maxie needs to dress for success. Ned said, too, that Nina turned in Carly out of spite. And that's the reason why Nina needs to pay. Because I'm tired of Nina continually blaming Carly for Nina's mistakes. Willow and Sunny need to see the real Nina and Nina's manipulating ways. Why are the writers making Nina out to be an angel when Nina is a snake in the grass? I am says Maxie needed to dress real stylish, but after her real life crisis with weight and mental health, her divorce, her style began to change. She needs to upgrade her style again, but money issues and her kids are the reasons for not doing it. No, really. I think GH has changed their clothing budget. Several acts said they're wearing their personal clothes. Really, even Sunny is dressing casual. That is interesting. Wow. Ron, the head guy of the WSB, is trying to see just how much Carly knows. He thinks he will break her down. Shh. Lucy says, great recap. And Comment Corner rocks. Thank you, Lucy. Anne says, hi, Daily Recap lady. What's going on with Carly? Why is she not wondering, why is this guy Brennan keep popping up where she is? Carly used to be smarter than this. Why does she continue to give Brennan information about herself or Sonny? Well, she really hasn't told him about Sonny, any information on Sonny. Also, why is Ava throwing away evidence that could help her? Touching a gun that was sent to her, maybe the gun that killed Austin. I know that's the gun that killed Austin. Someone may be setting her up to take the fall for killing Austin. GH continues to dumb down women. Linda says there's only one woman on the canvas that the writers are making seem smart, and she is Nina. When Nina is a low down dirty chick. Okay, Linda. There's only one woman on the canvas. Oh, that's a double. Somehow the message got submitted twice. But thank you so much, everybody, for all the comments on Comment Corner. I'll be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.